Ahead at a very suspicious timing to me about Dale Holness' daughter.
Yeah, she pled guilty yesterday.
Yeah, I just think the timing is a little bit suspicious on, but that's just me.
On her pleading guilty?
It's just a little bit suspicious on the timing of the article and how, everything coming out when he's only 31 votes behind, and that automatic recount had to occur because of that.
Really?
Has the CDC changed the definition of vaccines?
What do you mean, change the definition?
Change exactly what I said.
You can't go around changing definitions.
Listen, well, have they? Okay, Amazon workers are about to be in for a big payday because their tips were illegally withheld from them. Yes, their drivers.
Amazon drivers get tipped?
If you would like to tip them, you most certainly can.
Well, somebody give me an application.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Anyway, okay. Are you thinking about leaving death benefits to your family when you're no longer here? Well, if you are unvaccinated, you may run into a roadblock. You heard that right.
Okay. So something's array.
Okay.
Something's array because
it's better.
That makes it better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's you. Okay. You can't hear. All right. Okay. So.
Oh, that's what it is.
All right. Okay. All right. Good. But is that okay right now?
Yeah.
I hear a little bit of feedback, so I'm just gonna do this right here, and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. How about if I do? Let me see something. Something's still array. Yeah, something's still array. That's not supposed to be there. Okay. All right, we're going to work on that. We're going to fix that up. Don't worry about that. We're going to get that going. Actually, I got to fix that up before we even go going. You continue, please. So let me fix this up. Because, boy, looky here.
All right, and yet another mobile vaccine, I don't know if you want to call it bus, clinic, or whatever, is under fire for yet another mistake.
What these people doing? What they just putting up? Man, listen. What they just putting anybody out there in a bus?
Listen, they are gung-ho.
Let me find out.
That's getting vaccinated, so they're out there. They're on the streets.
Let me find out people taking their food trucks and turning them into vaccine trucks.
Are you serious?
Let me find out this is what's going on out here today. Fuck around and get me one of these vaccine trucks.
You just find an opportunity in everything, huh?
I'm an opportunist.
Lord have mercy. Yes, to the core. All right. So the grand opening of the new Black Wall Street Market in Georgia. Yes. All right, I got to visit. I definitely got to visit. Drew a large crowd at their grand opening.
Greg, you at?
Huh? Now the Braves won the World Series. You can't get downtown right now.
Oh, please.
All right. And could immigrants be the way to fill the job opening crisis here in the country?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what they're saying. All right. I don't know how legal that's gonna be, but we'll get into it.
Don't worry, the president will figure it out.
The president don't care if it's legal or not. He's already pretty much.
How are you gonna say a thing like that?
He doesn't care.
Come on now, I'm gonna need you to leave the president alone.
I'm
Early
just
this morning.
I'm just saying.
Early this morning.
The president couldn't care if it was legal or not. He just needs boots on the ground and bodies filling up those jobs. Point blank, period.
Man, listen here.
It is what it is. And what are some good essential oils to help with stress? Because right now, especially throughout the pandemic, a lot of people, there's been an uptick in stress and anxiety. It was already a problem, but people being locked down, being away from family for a long extended period of time, that played a huge role in, determining people's mental state. So I'll be giving some tips on a few things that you can do to de-stress and help deal with stress, headaches, sleep, and other things.
Mm-hmm.
We like to help out around here. All right. And lastly, a narcotic cop is under fire, and there has to be a $2 million payout to black men who were framed by this individual.
Really?
Oh, yes. We talk about that all the time. That's why I'm not so judgmental of people who go to jail. Now, do some people commit crimes? Absolutely. But we've known for a long time that black men catch hell when it comes to the justice system in this country. So I'm never shocked when I hear about a cop, a judge, or whoever who framed a black man. It's not a surprise. So we're going to be getting into all of that and more coming up right here on the Urban Country Morning Show. So stick and stay, share the video, let everyone know that we are here. And I think it's about that time.
I think so. I'm gonna need some motivation in my life the way this equipment happy me this morning, but by the way, this
You got it, go. You working it out. I see your eyes roaming. It's just like, listen, man, from side to side, left to right, up to down. Hey, but listen, man, that's sort of how things have to go, better until you get it figured out. I'm sitting over here thinking, right? So I'm up with Greg early this morning. We doing some last night we were doing some math work. And some math work I didn't understand. Like I told him, the math that he's doing in the 8th grade, I was doing in 12th grade, headed out of school, right? So you got me stuck right here, man. What you talking about? So we looked at it on YouTube, but we sort of got it figured out. Then we did some literature, some reading. Oh my God, I ate pizza last night, so I was laying across the table. About time we got this question number 2, I'm like, listen, man, I give up 10 in the morning. I can't digest this pizza and try to figure out these trick questions, man. I'm 39 years old, man. Come on, man. Your brain needs to be working like 12 times faster than mine, man. You asked me to help you, not to do the work. But it's rough and tough. We got up at 5:30. We worked on it a little while. I guess we'll work on it a little while longer, but I'm beginning to grasp the perspective of what we need right now. I don't know if what I'm saying, because I'm writing the answer, so I don't know if they're gonna call on them in class and say, man, you a genius, or we're gonna downgrade your classes, and you going to the little classroom, man. You're gonna stay there all day, man. Just one period, just boom. You need to go under the stairs tomorrow, report to class, and that's where you're gonna be, because what you just gave us made absolutely no sense. So it's either he got to give the spiel and let them know, man, my dad wrote those answers, or he gonna be he just gonna be subjected to probably a downturn in his class, so probably mentally mentally not ready for the 8th grade. I don't know, but we're praying about that, definitely. But I'm just looking at the different things, like we're confident, we're extremely confident in the things that we know how to do. We continue on a daily basis to be great at the things that we know how to do. But then there are certain areas of our life that we're pushing toward, that we're trying to develop, that they just literally, they'll put us to sleep. They'll literally frustrate us immediately and just make us like just throw tantrums, whatever you say. It just makes us want to just stop. It makes us want to just give up on it. But I got to ask everybody a question this morning, man, who's on the live. What are you pursuing in life that is hard for you to pursue, but you chose to pursue it? Because the problem being is that, man, nobody is making us dream this stuff. Nobody is making us write down these goals. Like, this is the stuff that we're coming up with. Like, literally, we can all just say, the hell with everything that we're trying and just go to Amazon. We all know that no matter what state you're in, they'll give you a job on the damn Amazon truck like tomorrow. You probably can get an email drug test, yes or no question, as if you're using drugs or you're a convicted felon, to get on their Amazon, because they need people right now to get on those. Listen, what I'm saying is that we can abandon our dreams right now as we speak and go to freaking work for Amazon if it's just money that we're thinking that we need. But I'm talking about, the mindset that we have about us. Sometimes we got to tighten up the mindset that we have about us, because it's our freaking dream that we're pursuing. Life is hard because of what I'm choosing to do. Life is hard because of the things that I see in my mind, when I close my eyes, or when I'm subconsciously just thinking about my life, there's nobody came in and said, Greg, your income should be double. Nobody came in and said, Greg, you should make 40% more income. I said that personally to myself. So what I'm coming up with is the reason that I'm hitting these glass ceilings is because I want to continue to grow into a place that I'm complaining about. I'm thinking about me right now, guys, and I'm just thinking about how we're going forth. But we can create our own reality. We create our own heaven, and we create our own hell. And some of us, the majority of people, creates these beautiful pictures about who they want to be, who they're going to be, but yet live in hell mentally in their mind every day because who they're dreaming about being, they're not willing to put in the work in order to achieve it. You're not willing to stand up and be grown enough and to say, you know what, I need to take responsibility for the mindset, for the attitude. I need to take responsibility for how I'm dealing with what I signed up for. The worst thing you can do, even as a child when you were playing kickball, is for somebody to agree to be on your team to play kickball and have two left feet. You understand? Like how are you going to kick the ball and get to first base and you have two left feet? What I'm saying is that we have to watch what we're signing up for, because it's the very things that we're agreeing to, that we're signing up for, that is stealing our motivation. You want to have more in life, but you don't want to put the work in, and you're depressed. You want to have more in life and you want to go this direction, but you're upset at the setbacks and the things that are coming your way. There is a glass ceiling in all of our lives that we cannot necessarily see, but it's an attitude adjustment that has to be made in order for us to get past that glass ceiling and to elevate it and to move it up just a bit. It won't move all the way up and out of the way until we do gain those confidences in those areas of life. But listen, man, you're pursuing life and getting depressed at the areas that you're pursuing is absolutely absurd. This is crazy. This is foolishness to write down this beautiful vision. I tell you, it is so easy for me to drink a little wine and start talking about what's going on in my mind and how I want to be this and be that. But baby, when the wine wears off, what in the hell are you doing in order to achieve it and in order to accomplish it? What are you dealing with in order to get to that place? Understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about me talking less and doing more. There was a quote that was put online just last night that I saw, and it said, my actions are screaming, but it said my actions are screaming, but my words are whispers. My actions are screaming, but my words are whispers. And it was basically saying, bro, if you're not moving forward, you're not screaming. If you're not doing, then you're not screaming, you are whispering. And the majority of people cannot hear a whisper because it is loud as hell in the room. Because at the bottom, everybody is in the freaking room. But at the top, listen to what I'm saying. At the top, it's about action. So what are you doing on today? I mean, you literally signed up for it. You said that you wanted to be great. You said that you wanted to do this. You wanted to do that. So why are you now depressed that it's not working, but you're not moving in that direction to solve the problems that will keep you there, that will elevate you there, that will take you further through there, that will open the glass ceiling, or at least raise the glass ceiling within your life? Because all of us have challenges. All of us have things that are stopping us, things that are pulling on us to tell us not today, that are pulling on us saying not this month, and that they're pulling on us to say, let's start that in 2022. As a result, like I told you, I got my fat behind on the treadmill 2 months early because I won't be the ugliest, I won't be the fattest, I won't be the heaviest breather come January when everybody go to the gym. I'm gonna make it look good when January gets here and people are like, yep, I'm about to stop smoking and lose 50 pounds. Baby, I never smoked, and I don't have 50 pounds that I need to lose. So I'm in good shape, but I'm still fat. So I'm going to go ahead and work on it right now. But what I'm saying is, every time I take off my own shirt and see my own little fat jelly butter rolls, every time I touch myself and I feel soft, like the Shoreman's tissue, right? Every time I look at myself and not satisfied, and my wife with her beautiful self stands over there and cracks some little fat joke about me, and how mushy I look and how mushy I feel, right? Then I got to do something about it. I've got to get on this track. I got to make life work, man. I got to get on this treadmill. I got to work it out, and regardless of how bad I'm breathing and the fact that I'm almost slobbing out of my mouth trying to get my workout in, and she's over there smiling because she weighs about 100 pounds less than I do, and it's like I'm walking around with a freaking book bag full of bricks on and sweating soon just to get to the front door. and she's still cute and stuff and all dry and stuff and all pretty and stuff, and I'm worn out 10 minutes into the gym, doesn't mean that I should stop. It doesn't mean that I should quit. It means that I have to keep going based on what it is that I want to do for myself, because I set the goal. I'm the one that has a problem with fat when I look in the mirror. I'm the one that has a problem with soft when I touch my own arm, right? So it's something that I got to do. It's something I got to do. It's just something that I got to do. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's God or the devil, but there's always a man that walks in the door that's bigger than me. That's stronger. He's taller. His muscles in his back are bigger. His back. I mean, it's absolutely absurd at how I get dragged each and every time I get ready to walk into the door, and then this Arnold Schwarzenegger walks into the door. You know what I'm saying? It just steals my little motivation. Like, he's going over to do a crazy bench press. I'm walking over to the damn treadmill. But at the same time, I'm gonna do what I got to do today, because maybe he's gonna go on over to the weights and look cute and scream and holler, and I'm gonna keep it quiet over there while I lose my 10 or my 15 pounds. But I'm telling you, come January, I'm gonna be that Arnold Schwarzenegger that walks in, that holds the door for the overweight and the smokers as they give up smoking come in January. I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna greet them, and I'm gonna let them know and say to myself, I used to be you. I used to feel just like that a couple months ago. But what I'm saying is this, man, as we go forward in life, man, listen, man, there's a glass ceiling. There's something that we're just uncomfortable with, man, but we got to do it anyway. There's something uncomfortable about life when it's not working in the fashion that we want it to work at. But this is the real problem. The real problem is when you're doing nothing about it. The real problem is when you see it, but you refuse to put action with it. You see it, but you ignore it. The real loser in this is what I'm saying this morning. It's the individual who wrote it down but never pursued an action plan to actually obtain it, to actually do it. So if you're in motion, it does not matter if you're running. It does not matter if you're sprinting. It does not matter if you're jogging. It does not matter if you're walking. Hell, it doesn't even matter if you're crawling. It doesn't matter if you're jumping toward it. Damn it, it doesn't even matter if you're looking toward it. The fact that you have the intention to work on yourself is good enough. You should literally clap your hands on this morning and say, go me, because damn it, I do have enough courage to pursue something that is gonna be satisfactory to me, into my own life, into my goals, into the dreams, into the aspirations that I have. I don't need an audience to validate anything right now. I need to literally clap for myself, because this is what I'm doing that is going to satisfy me. The sad thing about life is that when we live for the opinions of everybody else, and then we pass away, how many of you know that life just goes on and people just put other demands that they put on you on somebody else? The sad thing about it is that people are going to live whether you're with them or without them, whether you're alive or dead. But it's sad when you leave this place, man, and you never did anything that you wanted to do. So I'm telling you, man, you got to work at you. You got to work on you. You're never going to please everybody. You're never going to make everybody happy, but it's something that you just have to do, man. It's Greg Thomas here with Somewhat Entertainment this morning, man. I'm telling you, man, that you just got to get busy on you. You just got to get in that place where you're satisfied with you. Stay in that place. Just know, man, that this time last year, man, I had 3 belly rolls, and right now I'm down to 2 3/4, man. One of them is tightening on up. So I'm feeling real good about that. So what I'm saying on today, keep going, keep moving, keep pressing. Just don't give up on what you're doing. Don't give up on the things that you're pursuing. Do not give up on the things that are going to make you feel great when you wake up every morning. Do not give up on the things that are going to make you feel like that beast. Keep beasting in your own way. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and throw on my socks and some shoes, head out the door. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on the freaking treadmill. Why? Because I'm not going to be the fattest dude, guys. I'm not going to start 2022 off as the ugliest, the shabbiest, the craziest, I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to get myself in a little better shape, at least lose 1.5 pounds over the next 2 months, right? But listen, in life, let's do it. Let's continue to fight. Let's continue to go. Let's continue to press. Let's continue to believe. But just know that you're writing your own script. Take those damn challenges out of your life if you don't want to pursue them. If you listen your own way, like I do, hey, I go to the gym, they be thinking, well, I know he about to bench 300 pounds. 300 minus 275, right? I'm going to put 25 pounds on the bar and work out with what I'm comfortable with. Big man, I don't care how big you are and how much you're screaming. I'm not putting no more than a 10 on each side of that bar when I work out. I don't care what it looks like. That's all that my body can freaking handle, because shortly after that, I have to go out and watch cars. But what I'm telling you guys on this morning, man, have a great day, man. Be blessed in everything that you're doing, man. But you got to know that what you're probably what you are down about this morning, depressed about, you did it to yourself. You caused it on yourself. So lighten the load or either get busy. Lighten the load or get busy. Greg Thomas, your Sword Entertainment, signing out here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. You can reach me at 706-215-1107. I love you guys. My wife said I should be a comedian. I don't think I'm that funny, so I'll stick with So What Entertainment, entertaining those, motivating those, and washing cars and selling life insurance. Signing out.
Oh my goodness.
Boom Bang Connect, Greg Thomas, man. Boom Bang Connect. Yeah, listen.
Motivation and laughs. You can't beat it. Listen, I love it. Either, do it or let it go.
Do it or let it go. Don't sit here talking about this is what I want to do, but every day you get up complaining about what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. What the hell? Why are you creating this problem for yourself every day? If you don't, listen, man. They messed me up. They messed me up when I was a child. They said to me, try to pick up this phone. Right? The phone's sitting on the desk. Just imagine the phone sitting on the desk. If I put it on the desk, y'all can't see it. But try to pick up the phone, right? So I tries to pick up the phone, but fail. So it's like you try, but how can I fail if I actually try? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me ain't no such thing as try? It's either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, shit. They fucked me up. So now I got to live with that. And
oh, my God.
Trauma's a motherfucker.
I don't agree. I don't disagree at all.
Traumatized me with that word, try. Oh man, it's either you do it or you don't do it. Don't get upset every day sitting here talking about you want to do, but every day you complaining about what you want to see, you say you want to do. Just stop wanting to do it then. I mean, I don't think it's rocket science, guys.
Either let it go or do it. Those are two options right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into one of the headlines really quickly for the day.
Yes.
Could immigrants be the answer to filling America's millions of job openings?
I say yeah.
All right. Returning to pre-pandemic levels of immigration could help put the U.S. on the path back to its pre-pandemic labor force, easing the staffing shortages that are holding back parts of the economy. So what is the big picture here? The U.S. has 3 million more open jobs now than it did before the pandemic. Companies across the country are struggling to hire enough workers to meet demand. More immigration would help, experts say.
Yeah.
Immigration has slowed, and that is exacerbating the labor shortage problem that we have.
Immigration has slowed.
That's what they're
saying. Wait a goddamn minute.
Maybe they're talking about not the legal. I can't even get it. Not the issues we're having at the border where, people are just trying to jump over the gate. Not that type of immigration. Maybe they're talking about work visas and, the proper channels to do it.
Has slowed. But isn't this I'm confused. I'm
sorry. I don't mean to give you a make it make sense moment here, but
it's Thankful Thursday, man. Can I just be thankful this morning?
You can be thankful for whatever you want to be thankful for.
Okay. Because boy.
All right. So anyway, Joseph Lavorgna, America's chief economist at Naxos, tells ASOS that it has slowed. In 2019, just over 1 million people obtained lawful permanent residency in the U.S., and that number has declined to 707,000. Meanwhile, the U.S. issued about 4 million non-immigrant visas last year. What is a non-immigrant visa?
Non-immigrant.
You know what that is?
You're not an immigrant, but you got a visa.
Huh? Okay, now wait a minute, what? So
first you started by confusing yourself. First you started by confusing me. Now you're confusing yourself.
Listen. What? I've never heard of a non-immigrant visa.
I think we should take Greg's advice on this one and let it go. Just let it go, cause.
Anyway, so basically, this is my opinion on that. Me learning a little bit about how these things work in many instances, I feel kind of bad at this point when it comes to it. Like I said, getting more of an understanding, because I just see this as exploitation of the immigrants, and you know, to me, it's exploitation. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna need you to break that down.
Because the American public, the reason why they're having this issue is because people are saying, first of all, you don't even pay us enough for the cost of living.
Okay.
So we're getting up, going to work, we're busting our behinds, and we can't even pay our bills. So they're having issues with that. A lot of people are understanding their worth.
But some immigrants will say, man, y'all just spoiled.
It's not about being spoiled.
Immigrants come over. Now remember, you're talking to an immigrant now.
It's not about being spoiled.
Not forget now.
These companies can pay more.
Yeah, that's not.
Definitely pay more.
Yeah.
They can give better benefits.
Yeah, I can agree.
They're just greedy. At the end of the day, if you're gonna say we're spoiled, okay, the corporations are greedy.
But two things can be true at the same time, right?
So, I don't think it's spoiled to want to make a living wage.
I'm not talking about what you think right now. I'm talking about what I mentioned is what the immigrants think. Like I just said, the immigrants will come in here and say, these Americans, y'all just spoiled. Y'all got a silver spoon in your mouth and you don't know what to do with it. Let me go ahead and take this little $15 job on our job and send 14 of them dollars back home and live off of this one with 20 of us together in one place. Oh, don't tell me I'm an immigrant.
That's beautiful and that's amazing,
right? So but I'm just saying two things can be true at the same time. Just because you have this understanding doesn't mean that they have the same understanding. They have a whole complete different understanding.
I'm not denying that.
You know what I mean? So
that does not change the circumstances. It doesn't change the circumstances one bit. Is all I'm saying. Is that we don't have a place to send money back home to. This is here. Mm-hmm. We're here. We contributed to the building of this nation. Okay.
Poor people. What we do is we go to work and we give them the money back. We give the corporations the money back with the Nikes and the Jordans and the PlayStations and the.
That's not every poor person.
That's the majority of the reason why. That's the majority of the reason. Period.
Okay, we're not talking about those people. We're talking about the people that are saying, okay, we know what the situation is. You can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore.
Right.
They're having trouble filling jobs that are not what people would call minimum wage jobs, or these service jobs where people say, okay, well, you ought to do better.
So if we're talking about 3 million jobs that need that more. From what the thing said, it said 3 million jobs. We have 3 million more places that need to be filled, right? Jobs that need to be filled now before the pandemic, right? And this is what this whole shebang is about. Yeah. So let's say, for instance, right? These 3 million these are 3 million people that you're talking about that are saying, "Hey, listen, man, y'all can do better, so do better, or else I'm not coming back to work for you." Is that's pretty much what we're saying, right?
Yeah. These are I'm not going to sit here and say that that's the entire whole of the people, but people have found other ways to make money.
Right.
You know, some people have started businesses.
Right.
And then there's people who want a proper living wage with benefits that are viable for them to take care of their families, and I don't think that's too much to ask.
Okay. So the people that started business and the people that found alternative means of, you know, making money without working for these corporations and, you know, enslaving away at their things, right? So they've moved on and they've found their own things. Now these slots are still open, right? Who do we propose fill those slots?
I believe more people would fill the slots if they were paying a living wage, is the point that I'm making. If they were paying a living wage and people seeing how they were going to have a feasible way to take care of their families, then they would go and fill these jobs. But that's not happening.
I largely don't see that.
There's strikes all over the country. There's people literally walking out.
So you think people are we going to go with the narrative that people are in need of these monies, don't have no other way to get them but to go to work, and are refusing to go to work because these monies aren't paying them enough? I find that hard to believe.
Well, then you need to do your research.
But because
that is exactly what is happening.
But here's why I find that hard to believe. All my life, I've been seeing people going to work for less than what they deserve.
And they're saying no more.
Less than a minimum wage.
They're saying no more.
Right.
That is a portion of the crisis.
But in order for you to say no more is one thing, but in order for you to follow through with that action, like you said, you need to have a other alternative. You need to figure something else out. So those people that figured something else out, they're not going back to work for them people whether they raise it to a living wage or not.
That is untrue. There's people who are actively working right now also who are walking out. They're literally walking out, going on strike and saying these conditions are not feasible.
So they're going to choose to not eat. They must have something else figured out.
Okay, what is the point though?
Because
at the end of the day, it's not that they don't want the jobs; they want better working conditions. And I think that for me, I think it sends the wrong message to basically tell people to just take it. No, these corporations can pay better, and some of them are starting to. We are seeing wage increase. I think Bank of America raised their wages. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing some.
That's funny you say that. While they raise their wages, they're also getting rid of more employees. Have you been in the Bank of America lately? I remember when Bank of America used to be a line of tellers. Now you go to Bank of America, there's one teller and 4 computers.
So what you're basically saying is that people need to take shitty pay in order for them to be able to have a job.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
What I'm saying is 2 things can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things can be true at the same time. That's what I'm saying. It's not always just this way or the highway. Yes, your point of view is absolutely right. Right? But so is the immigrant that came over here and are saying that didn't have good roads to drive on and come over here and sees opportunities in that $15 an hour job that somebody that was raised here is saying, no, I ain't going to work and doing that. You need to pay me better to do that. Those 2 things could be true at the same time. They are. It's going on right now, and it's been going on for a minute now. It's not something brand new. You understand what I'm saying? Also at the same time, corporations, profit is not a bad word. Right?
They're going to make a profit regardless if they pay more. That's already been discovered.
Right. So, but at the same time, as somebody that does business, I understand if everything is going up for everybody else, it's not like it's not going up for the business owners. If gas, cooling expenses and computer chips and doggone everything else is going up for everybody else, it's not staying at the same for corporate people. the corporate people might be causing some of these problems. I mean, okay.
We could talk about this until tomorrow. When you got CEOs getting millions and millions of dollars bonuses, okay, when you have their pay being way more than they'll spend in the next 10 freaking years, I just don't want to hear it. And as far as the immigrants coming over here, my question to you is, why the hell are you allowing that to go on in your country?
So let me
because
ask.
you're being exploited as well.
So let me ask you a question on that note.
Because I get tired of hearing that argument.
But I want to ask.
No, don't allow it to go on in your country either. The economic situation in your country it does not have to be what it is. You're being exploited as well, and everybody needs to take a stand against this. At the end of the day, what's happening to you is not normal. So don't come over here and try to normalize it on us, because it's not normal.
Well, I'm not one for changing people's mind. Like what I can do is I can govern myself and change myself and figure out how I move. But once I start going into telling another how to move and operate, then I feel like I'm imposing something on somebody else that I don't want imposed on me.
It's not telling somebody how to move and operate by telling them that they're spoiled because of the situation in your country, when you need to be doing something about the situation in your country to stop people from exploiting you. No. That's not imposing your point of view on someone else.
Actually, to be honest with you, no, because they just go fill the jobs and go work. They just have that mindset.
And in that same breath, I could turn around and tell you, why haven't you solved the issue in your country?
But do you understand that both of us can't speak at the same time?
Well, I was speaking first, and then you tried to speak, but you're not gonna speak over me, though.
But I'm trying to follow the first point. What was the first point that you were making? Because that's where I'm at still, and you went on to another point that I didn't even get.
Lord, like I said, we could be talking about this until tomorrow because. Listen, we can agree to disagree. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, yeah, and really, all I'm saying is that more than one thing can be true at the same time. And to what you're saying, to what your point was, my thing is, listen, they largely immigrants aren't coming over here trying to change Americans' mindset on how they should think about the pay. Of how they should think about the work situation. No, they govern themselves. They go in there and they fill that job, and they don't give a damn whether you want to fill it or whether you like how much they're paid or whether none of that matters to them. What matters to them is that they're getting paid, and they see that's a stepping stone for what they want to do in life. All they're focusing on them. You know what I mean? But I do understand the frustrations, and I do understand not everybody's side of it, but I understand that multiple things are true at the same time. You know, just because one thing is true doesn't mean another thing is a lie.
Giving it to you real, baby, come on. Every time we crossing the borderline, we giving it to you, making you feel fine. Turn the heat up, better believe we gon' shine. Make your body wine, baby, the pleasure is all mine. To my people who be regulating the dance floor, better step to your business and handle yours. How we do it? Making your people just wanna bounce and get busy because you know that we always hit you off. What you say? You're wondering why you feeling the force. And don't you worry, cause you'll be ready to floss. More heat, cause I always put you on. And go to spot to the very second I'm gone. Get your groove on. Now that you're tired, I hope your body recouping because we're keeping you moving. That's what we're doing, and you know we're gonna make your body wet. Yeah. Make your body go scream out, yeah. Make you think of naughty things. On me, on you. Yeah, what it's gonna be. Make your body wet. Come on. Make your body scream, yeah. Make your body cream. Make you have wet dreams. Wah. hot shit, burning and making your ass cry, baby, come on. Give me the shiver that make you quiver while I deliver the shit that'll hit you right in your liver. Always sound scanning, we never leaving you hanging. I'm always doing my thing and my music always be banging, so check it. You know we be always moving the crowd. Type of feeling that make you wanna go play it loud. What up? When we come and hit you best believe you really gon' get killed. I know whatever you wanna flaunt. Cause we be dipping the baby, so what you want? Here we go. Painting the picture, we keep it hot in the winter. Now big up my people, you know I'm always with you. Flip mode, we blowing and taking over the planet. Full blast, hitting with Busta Rhymes and Janet, and you know we're gonna make your body wet.